Thomas Moser, the Maine furniture maker and entrepreneur, has died at the age of 90.
It was announced in a social media post that he passed in his home on the Maine coast Wednesday. Moser and his wife Mary founded the furniture company that bears his name in 1972. They've made furniture for everyone from American presidents to the Pope.
Our Rob Caldwell caught up with Moser back in 2015 to see what went into making the handcrafted furniture pieces.
The joint is really the design element that's of interest.
Tom Moser could have retired long ago, but he still comes to work a few days a week at the company he founded.
When you come into this room, do you always have a spring in your step?
Oh, I don't know. I do. Yeah, and I have a pattern. You know, I tease certain people. People ask me, how many people work in your shop? And I say, about half.
His company, Thomas Moser, makes exquisite handcrafted furniture, much of it inspired by the simple country American furniture Moser admires from the early and mid-1800s, especially shaker designs. The company employs about 135 people, has 7 stores from Freeport to San Francisco, and of course sells through its catalog and website. It has come a long way from its humble beginnings when Moser was happy if he made payroll every week.
And so I put in lawns. I built staircases. I took out bathrooms and put in new ones. I did an 11-foot oak water wheel, which actually generated electric. I did anything to meet payroll.
Launching the company was a leap of faith. With a wife and 4 kids to support, Moser left his job as a tenured professor at Bates and started a one-man operation at the Grange Hall in North Yarmouth.
You said that if you had started the business 10 years earlier or 10 years later, it would have failed. But you were at the exact right time.
Right. 10 years earlier, nobody wanted to buy handcrafted anything. By the 80s, everybody and his brother was in it. And if I had waited then, I would have been devoured by competition.
Another advantage to starting the business in the early 70s, there were a lot of hippies and back-to-the-earth types who wanted to join Moser in making handcrafted furniture.
Well, I had people who would say, well, I've done sex, and I've done drugs, now I want to do wood.
The wood is high quality, 30 to 40,000 board feet a month, ash, maple, walnut, and cherry.
Do you ever send wood back because it doesn't meet your standards?
All the time. Quality control starts at the loading dock. It starts with the forklift. If the guy who's unloading the lumber says this isn't right, it goes back. We don't take it.
This company does not chase trends. The products are meant to be timeless. Moser likes to say that it takes a cherry tree 75 to 125 years to grow, so the furniture they make from that tree should last at least that long. One of the rewards of working here is taking an idea and turning it into something real that will endure.
To be able to design something on a computer or a drafting board and walk out and actually see the process and working with a skilled craftsman like Warren and actually realizing the idea, it's actually profound.
Every piece of furniture that comes out of Thomas Moser is signed by the craftsman who made it.
For the most part, the people make the piece from start to finish. And there is an element of pride. We don't have a lot of quality control because the people that make it are their toughest critics.
Somewhere out there, someone's buying a Thomas Moser chair, but I get to be a small part of the recognition of building it. So there's a lot of pride in being able to put your name on something.
The work is hands-on, but Thomas Moser does not shy away from technology, such as this computerized 5-axis router, which can leave wood with a silky smoothness.
Wow. That's remarkable. That is remarkable. Look, Ma, no hands.
So what does Thomas Moser furniture cost? A lot. The price of a single chair starts at about $1,100 and goes up to about $3,800. You'll tend to find Moser furniture in places that want elegant but understated furniture. Those were Moser chairs all those presidents and first ladies were sitting on at the dedication of the George W. Bush Presidential Library.
What do you say to folks who say furniture is absolutely exquisite, but it's just so expensive I couldn't even think about affording it?
I am conflicted. On the one hand, I would love to be able to make $120 anything. but it's not in our DNA.
Moser says for people who love his furniture but can't afford it, there is a path to follow.
Do what I did. Get yourself some simple tools, go to a lumber yard, and start making your own.
At the age of 80, Tom Moser now lets others run his company, but he still loves designing and making beautiful furniture.
My wife, Mary, gets upset with me because I still do it. You know, I got scars to prove it here. You know, I'm still making things, and when I no longer make things, then it's time to check out.
He loved what he did,
Yeah.
and we all benefited from it.
10 years ago, by the way.